Reading well is like riding a bike. It's not just about pedaling, it's about keeping your balance, watching the road ahead, and knowing your direction. And like biking, reading can be trained and mastered. First, let's take a closer look at what good reading really means. Good reading isn't about speed, it's about quality. It's smooth and fluent, without silently rehearsing the words first. In other words, we read the text out loud right away, not silently first and then aloud. And most importantly, good reading means we actually understand what we're reading. So how can we practice good reading? One of the first techniques is flashcard recognition. We show a card with a letter, syllable, or word for just a moment, then hide it. The reader tries to catch what was there and say it out loud. Another helpful technique is paired reading, where the reader reads aloud together with a partner. Both read the same text, but the partner either stays 1 or 2 syllables ahead to guide the reader, or just behind to provide support. At first, this method can be a bit tricky because both readers need to match their pace. In this technique, one person reads aloud while the other silently follows along with their eyes. At a random moment, the reader stops, and the partner must instantly take over, reading smoothly from the exact spot. Before reading a text, it's helpful to go through any difficult words in advance. The reader can practice tricky syllables, unusual spellings, or longer words first. That way, reading the whole text becomes easier and more fluent. And last but not least, it's important to understand what we read, because perfect mechanical reading without understanding doesn't help much. Understanding can be practiced in many ways, like retelling the story, answering questions, using pictures, reading cards, reading bingo, or even imagining what happens next. Before we wrap up, let's go over some basic rules that help make reading easier and more effective, no matter which technique we use. The most important thing is not to stress or rush it. Learning to read well takes time, and the goal should always be to build a positive relationship with reading. It's also important to practice regularly. Fun and engaging texts that truly interest the reader can make all the difference. Reading should take place in a calm, distraction-free environment. When there's too much noise or pressure, it's harder to focus, enjoy the story, and really understand what we're reading. A quiet space helps the reader feel more confident and relaxed. And finally, never forget to praise every bit of progress. Even the smallest step forward matters. Encouragement builds confidence, keeps motivation high, and helps create a positive reading experience. For more details, feel free to visit my blog. Please note, the content is in Czech, and the link is right below the video. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, feel free to give it a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.